Okay, we're live.
Because I mean, when I was flying, you guys.
We're live.
It's
We have a quorum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a quorum. Thank you for coming, everybody. Today is the 19th of June, noon. And we're going to start this off with a call to order has just been done. On the agenda, anybody be interested in? I'm going to get a first on this to approve the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comments within the jurisdiction of the task force. Art?
Thank you all for doing your job.
Thank you.
It's a hard job.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Consideration of minutes before the meeting.
Move to approve.
Yeah. Seconds? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Communication shared by per diem task force members. Anybody have anything?
I just got to make sure that people received the text I sent about common council and Oshkosh and their per diem. I sent it to the clerk's office and said, send this out to everybody at Ad-Hoc. Everybody got that?
I think we did.
I have a question.
Yeah, when we get to it. Because it's in here, isn't it?
Yes, we got the public comments for me, I
Okay.
thought.
All right.
Okay.
So that way you're not talking about anything right now, that way. Different things we got.
What's that?
Oh.
You just asked for discussion on anything we might have had. right?
Yes.
And the only thing I went to the town of Alabama and talked to them
Oh.
for about an hour. And they're doing the same thing, because theirs hasn't been changed since 2016,
Mm-hmm.
so they're trying to figure it out too.
Sure.
And but then somebody, I think, she sent something already with it all totaled up, and I got all the breakdowns in that too, but I
Okay.
got the same thing in cards, but it seemed like they're off and they're trying to
Mhm.
next Joel Rasmussen was there before.
Oh, sure.
So he's taking care of that, so they're reviewing it, so it seems like a lot of people are reviewing their
Mhm.
pay plan, because it's not right, or it's not right. It hasn't been done, so. Okay, I had that side too.
Good. Thank you, Rob. Anything else? Okay, now we're in the final report. This is hot off the press. Good news to everybody. It's what it's about 10 pages here. For right now, there'll be some more pages. We're here today to go through this and see, okay, what is it you like, what is it you don't like? No, what is it you don't like? There. Otherwise, we'll leave it there. It's a work in progress. I hope we can. I was hoping that we could finish it, but I think we may end up having to have another meeting, just a quick meeting, to come in and have a consensus, do a final report. So we'll wait to see what happens on it. Depends on how long we can stay in here. Okay. I'm gonna do it page by page. This first page is the per diem task force. Okay, the final report and the per diem task force. If there's any spellings or anything, now's the time. You speak now.
I normally prefer to see my middle initial. Aaron D. Powers.
Would you like that in there?
I-
You can do it.
It's done.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Okay.
I fixed it already. I'm just gonna do it as we go.
Yeah, that works
Okay.
perfectly.
Second page is the table of contents page. Task force,
Appendix B is empty. What's in there?
hold
Okay.
on, the numbers on these. The task force. We will have to go through and put the numbers in. On the bottom of the page. Yeah.
Okay, what is B?
So,
It says budgets for Winnebago supervisors.
Okay, budgets.
yes.
How's it doing for D? Because D says Winnebago County supervisors budgets. So what's the difference?
Oh, what is it? Let's look at that.
municipality.
budget, so that would be municipality, yeah.
It's where it is.
Comparison like a.
In D.
That's E, right? But the D, no, that is D. So both are municipalities?
No,
No, one's
D.
communities.
is the current and future compensation.
Okay, on my attachment, D says Winnebago County municipality. Whereas, on page 2, it says appendix E is Winnebago County municipality.
D is municipality.
But on
E
the,
is,
you look at page 2, appendix D. Winnebago County supervisor's budget, that's us.
yeah, take out the word Winnebago and put in municipality.
So D and E are both.
No, E is something else. E is the comparison, the current and future.
So I just fixed it. Tell me if this sounds
Okay.
correct. Appendix documents attached. Appendix A, task force per diem meeting dates. That
Correct.
set up with that?
Yes,
Okay, appendix B, budgets for Winnebago supervisors.
correct,
Appendix C, Wisconsin County comparisons.
correct.
What else? Let me get the spot off there. And appendix D, Winnebago,
No, he's a
That's
Winnebago.
municipality. No, that's municipality.
cause yeah, cause some of these are Winnebago County
Yeah.
or Winnebago, yeah.
Municipality.
So just
supervisor-
municipality,
Supervisors budgets, is that correct?
well, they wouldn't be municipality,
Pay schedule, I had that.
pay schedule, yeah.
That's a short, we'll probably extend that to compensation or something like that.
Do you wanna
Yeah, we could change
pay
it.
compensation? Let's do pay compensation right now.
Excuse me, do you wanna have it mirror the tab, which is, I know, take out Winnebago County, but you just wanna put municipality compensation plans?
Let's do it.
Yeah, yes,
And then do, in your table of contents, the mirror it, municipality compensation. I think that's what Supervisor Powell was trying.
And then do,
what was the other one? I'm sorry.
Miriam,
I have
what did you
D.
say? And then,
I was just, so I know Supervisor I said for appendix C, Wisconsin County comparisons, right?
Yes,
And then D, I'm just copying the title for appendix D, except you're taking Winnebago County out, so it could be municipality compensation plans. So you strike Winnebago County from the title on appendix D and
Okay.
carry it over to the table of contents, which would be municipality compensation plans, just so you're consistent.
okay,
so I did appendix C, Wisconsin County compensation plans. Appendix D, municipality compensation plans. Is that what
Yeah.
you're suggesting?
Wisconsin County compensation plans, that's fine.
that's good, thank
But
you.
all of these municipalities that are listed are all in Winnebago County, correct? Do we need to make that, are they?
Yes. Yes. No, not the municipalities, they're not. Wait.
Oshkosh, Neenah, Foxcroft,
That is, yeah,
Highline,
that is within,
Winchester, Algoma, where's Boynton? Is Boynton in Winnebago
yeah,
County?
that is.
Okay, then these are all municipalities within, maybe it could be, we could change the title, municipalities within Winnebago County.
Yeah, C is definitely not Winnebago County. C is,
No.
is this
I'm not-
state,
that's not right.
Wisconsin.
So comparison of like counties comes in, like counties in Wisconsin, we use putting
It'll be
Wisconsin in
called,
there?
it'll be called Wisconsin County's Compensation Plan.
Appendix D, I put municipality within, municipalities within. One second. Within Winnebago County compensation plans.
What, is that D or C you're talking?
D.
That's D.
As we're talking about technicality, Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
on the first and the top of the table, kind of just go 1, 2.
Yeah.
3 is really the co-chairman, but there's no 3 there.
okay.
And then this executive summary is 4,
Uh,
and then the county rules are, I didn't see them here, but maybe I did.
The pages I didn't put in because they're gonna change again.
Yeah,
okay.
that's gonna change.
All right.
Because I have to fill out a table of I have to fill out a table with this,
Okay,
and because this doesn't
Yeah,
go to Google Docs. So I have to do it by hand. I just got this today, so I'm not fast enough to get it done.
And then E, change the entire thing on page 2, which at this point says Winnebago County municipal comparisons. That's not right at all. Change it to
Right.
legal issues. Which is what appendix D
no,
is titled.
no legal.
So we don't have an appendix C.
E,
E isn't, Edward.
I'm looking at it. Appendix D says legal issue.
Is current and future compensation.
Do I have a different paper than you?
No, you don't have it, no, it's, I'm telling you right now,
So take this, should I just tear the paper off?
no, just write it in
Wait, what did you call
there.
it?
E is current and future compensation. Just.
Current and future, so,
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless somebody has another name for it, when we look at
compensation plans or just compensation?
compensation.
Can I just say down at the bottom of E, you also have salary comparisons by county.
We do?
What, are you looking at the actual page?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not that far yet. Okay. We're just doing the table of contents.
Okay,
And F would be the recommendations and actions.
which we don't have yet, correct?
We do not have that. And that is going to be 2 documents that we have. That we created last week, the resolution and the ordinance.
Wait, let me get this written and then you need to tell me how you want that written.
What's that? Which one?
F,
F is,
How do you guys wanna write it?
Suggested resolution and that.
I don't know, I wrote down recommendations, I thought you said recommendations.
Yeah.
It said recommendations gonna say what?
Suggested. Resolution and ordinance. Documents.
suggested resolution
And documents?
Yes.
and ordinance documentation.
Yes.
And ordinance.
Ordinance.
these aren't in there now, you just say they're not.
They are correct. That's right there.
Looking for something not there.
Ordinance.
Suggested resolution and ordinance.
Documents. These are documents.
It's obvious it's a document. It's a resolution because it's an appendage.
Do you want me to share this with you so you can see what I'm doing? Would that make it easier?
no, I think we're following along.
You got it?
Mhm.
Sure.
Do you have,
I'm on Google Docs.
no, I can keep going, we're fine, then you can just maybe send it to us after.
Okay, anything else here?
After appendix F,
That's all I have.
okay. Making it look pretty as I go,
Okay. good.
acceptable, yeah, it was a better word.
From the co-chairs, this is the thank you and everybody that's helped on that. Well, if there's anything that I have missed here.
When you get that, which we're gonna clean that up at the bottom, where there's, questions and next points and.
Yeah, just take that off.
When
I
you
already
get,
did.
okay, when you get that cleaned up from the co-chairs, probably you should finish it by saying Jim Wise and Betsy.
We have that was,
I know you're
Page
listed
one.
on the, I know you're listed on the front, but since you're the ones doing it, you could sign it. If you don't wanna sign it, that's fine. It was just you asked for consent. That was fine.
okay,
Erase it.
anything else in there?
Yeah, you do just your signature on it. That's- Name.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that, yeah.
Okay, executive summary, we have part.
Yeah, this is me just throwing stuff down, so do not feel that, I think I cleaned up a lot of the stuff that I had spelled wrong and stuff on here, so it looks a little bit better, so just go at me, because I'm writing this and I needed to
Okay, now-
reflect
Now we
everything.
go with the first line and use the Oxford comma after discussed data.
Done. Like I said, I've cleaned up some stuff. I did office of. Is office of, should that be, office is not capitalized.
What paragraph are you on?
The bottom paragraph, that one?
I did office of corporate counsel. Fix it.
That's fine. If you're putting in Department of Administration, the D is uppercase, I would also have office as a uppercase as well.
For our county clerks,
No, not that, but when you have Department of Administration and office and corporation counsel, I have an uppercase O for office, so
Okay.
you're having the uppercase D for department.
Would you spell out department, or you can leave it as BPT?
I would spell it out.
I would spell it out, and I'd also use the Oxford comma after administration.
where did you say, oh, after
After
administration?
Department of Administration,
Okay, got it.
comma. Okay, do we need two answers? Do we need administration and corporate counsel and staff? Or drop that?
Just
Drop
drop
that,
the and.
Drop out the
between
first-
Administration and office.
yeah, and then after corporate counsel, add the Oxford comma, the comment.
Got it. Anything you guys want to add? I needed to reflect what all we did. I took out a lot. I got a little too wordy, so please add whatever you feel.
And the second to last paragraph.
Yes.
We learned on the corporate counsel, I would spell out corporate.
I did.
Oh, you did, okay.
I fixed all that.
Okay.
Office of
Yes.
corporate counsel.
So the last line, attached, you will find a sample of a resolution and ordinance, right? Because you've got both
Yeah,
that express our suggestion.
that express our suggestions.
No,
Yeah,
it's expresses,
They
Expresses, yeah.
because it's the sample expresses.
Right. I love it that you have English as a background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a history major. Don't ask much of me in math or in English.
Oh, man.
One question, when it says executive summary, they won't think it came from the executive,
So do you want me to put
you
summary?
know what I mean? I mean, that would, I mean, to me, the first one you look at, it was like, well, John made his
Yeah.
point of it, they had nothing to do with that.
Executive clean summary, I'm gonna go up to the top and fix it as a summary.
Yeah, something.
Just a
How's that?
summary of what
Or do
we
you
got,
want
task
a
force
task force?
summary, yeah.
Oh, would you rather that? A task force?
Task
Okay.
force something. That sounds good.
Good, thank you. Well,
I didn't read that one, thinking.
Good point.
I would think that was. Yeah, I need to say.
You know, you're doing all this, but really what we need to focus on is what's coming. You know, what,
Right,
you know, what people
Oh,
are
this
gonna
is
pick
good.
up, that, so that's gonna be important for us to make sure they're addressing all their concerns, so they're gonna come at you. That's what-
I don't want John Dame calling.
I did say that,
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
That's,
There.
that's good, you got that in there, that supervisors can donate their salary to,
Yeah, because we've had some people. What do I do? I don't pay.
In the third paragraph, right
Unfortunately,
in
you have
the
to
middle,
pay the tax.
one,
You're an
two,
employee.
three paragraph,
you get
right?
Yeah.
$4,000.
And
Yeah.
it's two,
You get that
even
deduction
one,
for
you split
Yeah.
the pin in there.
So
Yeah.
It's still all.
Take out the even. Because it's not two even, it's 2 1. You split your thing there.
okay, so. Is that better? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, if you do want the even, you can put even to 1 to run, but you don't want to split. Yeah,
So
I don't even know if you even,
I took out the even.
yeah. That's it.
Candidates to want to run, no,
Yeah.
candidates that want to run,
I wouldn't call candidates that, I'd say. Who want to run,
who want to run,
because they're not an inanimate object.
right, candidates. Who want to run and work on the future of our county. Done.
Cory, did you have a question?
No.
Okay,
Sir, would it be,
can Marianne, did you say you had to leave early?
No, I'm fine because I'm not needed at the 1 o'clock meeting, so I have a little bit of time.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, because,
Because I thought I had to be in Appleton at 1 o'clock.
I am,
And so I would have been gone 10 minutes ago, but
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah.
all right, because there's something I wanted to talk with you about and get your input on this, so if we're getting close,
No, I can be.
stop me.
and she's leaving at
I
1.
am leaving at
You're
one,
leaving?
Mr. Chairman.
So that we will either Mr. Tom Ethan, if he wants to step in.
Yeah.
But we won't have
Yes.
a quorum,
That
so.
would be.
All right. Okay, anybody else want to put something into this task force summary?
Hearing none.
I mean, anything else, anyone? Do you guys wanna, you think that something more should be added to, this is to strengthen our case, right?
Yeah.
That was the purpose of this task force summary, is to say, this is basically why we're doing it. This is what we did in order to collect the data, and this is what we're saying, suggesting, right? So whatever, and I figured, I didn't put some stuff in there, like, I think Steve is really, really good at explaining the one part. When you talk about how, you went to, several meetings and you didn't get paid because you knew you were gonna be over, that this would make it easier. So I didn't put that in here thinking that you would probably say that.
Sure.
Right? I mean, you're really good at pulling that one, right? You're really good at explaining that in your way. So I didn't put it in here. I could have, and I could still, if you would want me to, or if you just wanna tell when you're in the meeting, either way.
Whatever you prefer. I will probably say in the meeting.
Okay, because it's a
That's a good
good
point.
point, and then that's why I wanted to put it in here, and I'm like, well, how do I put it in Steve's voice?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, he's probably better at saying it than I am, so that's why I didn't stick it in here. I thought it was a good point. I know, Ralph, you've had some good points, I can't remember what all they were, but if you can tell me, I will
Yeah.
try to throw it in there as much as I can.
We're all gonna probably say something, right?
Mhm.
Say what we thought, so.
Yeah, we're gonna save some of that for the meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, and Karen, if you have another point that you wanna make to sell this, then that you think that we haven't brought up, I would love to hear it. Anyone,
And if we think of something after this meeting, can we text you about that or email you about
Yes.
that? Okay,
absolutely.
I don't know if we can do that outside of the meeting, okay, I mean,
We want to.
so this
Unless
is,
unless we pass it the way that it
Oh.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know, because you're leaving at 1, so I'm not sure if we'll have the time, but,
Appendix A, the only difference is on appendix A is we may have a June 20 something of.
say that again, we may have a.
Yeah,
Another meeting, I have it to today, we may have another that'll be added.
maybe,
If another meeting comes up this month, I would ask not for it to be on, keep it on Monday, not Wednesday, because I'm in the pool teaching until 11, trying to get here for noon, dripping wet.
that would be a sight.
Well, I come in with pretty drippy hair, that's for
You're gonna come in
sure.
here with-
Oh, okay, that's curly hair. It's still be- this is pretty.
Page 6, appendix B is in budget. And there's not much there.
No, that-
Tell you what it looks like. and
If this is what it's
It's like
gonna look
this,
like,
this.
Oh, okay.
and if you guys wanna view it, you're more than welcome to see, it just shows, I can't remember who brought this to us, I don't know. Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it shows the fluctuation of, it shows the fluctuation of how the budget's actually been in the county. So it has not been, it hasn't been the same, and how nothing has been.
I think so, yeah.
There should be kind of a map somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this into there, but you can't do a Excel worksheet
One.
and a
Oh.
Google Doc.
We were crossing things out.
Oh,
So I got
okay,
this one
gotcha.
here.
It looks funny, so I try to put it in here, you know what it means, yeah, so that's funny. Yeah, And
That
so
was the
I'm
one
gonna
where
put
we
it
had
in
the
there. I
budget
think that-
and
that's
what
what-
was since 2013 to now.
Yeah.
I think Julie. had one. You guys-
Right, and I had printed off several copies that they had made.
And then it was for divisions, there was for the per diem, there was traveling.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Okay, but there was all four on that. Right.
Yeah.
That's the total. For 110,000.
Oh, those are the average for the months, is that the second part?
We don't have,
That's not on that page.
Right?
No, but it was on those other.
Yeah.
It did what the actual was.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
budget was.
Mhm.
Right, and then I think whenever she did it was.
Oh,
they
they got
were
it
in
on
that
there.
big-
The average is on there.
I see, I only have this. There's nothing there. Just one
Total
price.
average high, above average, and above average, and under, yeah,
I think I can pass it out there.
that's the one that.
So last year it was $2,834.
Yeah.
Is the average, but then there were two people that didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it would be something more than that. Be about maybe about 3,000.
But if you do put the other county stuff here, I mean, this makes sense under this.
So I should put this under the county stuff.
I would think so.
I will. That's exactly what I will do. That's a good thought. So she had a thought on this to, I'll show you what it looks like. That, those numbers are gonna be in here.
Okay.
And then the county budget stuff, that should go under the county compensation plans
Okay.
instead of here.
Oh, yes, yeah, that is a separate, yes.
let's say, say again.
So all this.
Yeah.
This is the Winnebago stuff,
Okay.
and that's gonna go in here.
Okay,
And then this county thing, which is more on the back too. I'm gonna put that under the county compensation.
okay, wonderful.
On a separate sheet.
I think you're the one that gave this, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Then I'll put the county stuff in the other one. And then I'm gonna identify this a little bit better so that everybody knows what it is.
Thanks.
So that's the county. Yeah.
We're gonna look on. Yeah. The light at the end of the tunnel is not another tree.
All right,
Okay. So anything else here? Appendix B, which is page 6,
and I'll have all the page numbers perfect
Yeah.
and in there.
just for that.
So then this appendix B that we see here, that's coming out, and the thing that Betsy's passing around, that's for
Well,
showing.
it'll be filled in.
Oh,
So you can't take this because it's an Excel and put it on a Google Docs.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
you
Google
can't just,
Docs.
you can't just include the page, or,
No, and it goes all funny. I tried to do it earlier.
Pictures of
It-
it's just-
It does, it looks horrible, so I'm just going to fill it in. If this is not a lot of information,
okay,
this will take me 10 minutes, so I just didn't have time here.
okay,
And then that will be
Fine.
filled in there.
perfect.
And then you're gonna move this.
And then we're gonna move that. Let me just write that in there. Move to counties section. Okay. Yeah, I'll just add it and put it to appendix C. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so now we're getting down to the cities, and that's why the municipalities, I wanted to ask you a question. So if you look at the municipality stuff,
Okay, what appendix?
that is appendix D. You sent us a thing for Oshkosh Common Council.
Yeah,
And then Shauna had already sent me 14,000 a year.
that's not what they told me.
So I'm wondering if this is the town of Oshkosh and yours is the city. I don't know.
That's a big difference.
That's a
The
huge
town would pay
difference.
that much compared with. the
I-
city.
I never asked,
Oh,
could I
hey, Sean.
interrupt?
Hey, oh, hi, Sean.
Hi, I've just been listening since towards the beginning. I don't believe that I ever asked about the Oshkosh Council. I didn't contact them. So that
This is
14,000, you can, what?
The 14,000 a year, that's a town.
I don't know for sure on that 14,000. I guess I would disregard my number totally.
I can tell you, Betsy, the town chairman gets $13,384. 2 town supervisors get $11,383.
Wait, on who?
For
Where-
town of Oshkosh.
Okay, wait.
Town of Oshkosh.
Right? Can you write that down? So I can put that
Because the
in.
city of Oshkosh paid way less than that.
Okay, tell me your city of, your city of Oshkosh was on my other. If I do. Can you, do you have it with you? So
No, I sent it off to clerk's office and said, send it out to everybody on the Ad-Hoc committee. But I think it was like 66 or 6,500.
Again, I got what Shannon had sent out. But it does have Oshkosh 14,000. a year.
Right,
And 48, that was that. She said she didn't do it. So this is the email that I got.
right, that's the one
So
that
is
she just said that she didn't think that number was correct. So let
Okay.
me see here.
I'm just not positive about that number.
Okay.
I mean, my email generally was all correct, but of course I didn't get the trustees or supervisors amounts. But anyway,
Super,
I just
can
looked
I
it
just
up.
follow up on that? In this
Yes.
chart,
Yeah.
I see sometimes it references chair, other times it doesn't. So you want to clarify, like for Oshkosh, 14,000 a year. Is that just for the chair or is that for everybody?
For the mayor.
Nina? I mean, you
I'm
have,
fixing that right
I'm telling
now.
you, this number is twice what I was told by the deputy mayor
I'm fixing that
when I
right.
spoke to her.
Yeah, but that was
I
for the
looked up
mayor.
the city of Oshkosh.
City of Oshkosh deputy mayor.
Yeah, they get 6,500 for the mayor, which isn't elected a position, but they have no more power than a regular council.
So 5,000.
5,000.
Do they lead the council then, the mayor?
That's the mayor is the
Okay.
council. She's
So
elected
5,000 a year, right? It's just 5,000 a year.
Yeah, for the,
Okay, for city of, let me do city of.
and Marianne, were you addressing that to me? Because I know my numbers that I did send in, those were all the chairs. I was only focused on the chairs, by the way.
I'm just looking at the chart that was provided to me right at the start of this meeting.
Oh,
A salary, some of it just has a, a sum of 14,000 a year, but in another category, under, for instance, Village of Fox Crossing, it has 9,000 / 13,100 for the chair. Under Nakai, 10,000. So is that for the chair or is that for members?
What
those
I
are
think-
all chair. Nakaima is for chair.
Okay.
And yep,
Black Wolf,
yes, that's all the chair. I never did anything but the chair.
also for Algoma and Boyden.
Yes. I was just focused in on the chair, not realizing that I should have been finding out what the trustees or supervisors were making. So my numbers that email that I had sent, I don't know if you referenced that at all, but those were all just the chair.
So can I ask why, for instance, in Nina, it has average 5,500 / 6,000 president? Why was there a second number?
Okay, so it was, I got those from, ex-mayor Dean Cock, well, actually I got it from the president of the board, and he said the average for the common council was 5,500. So I'll do common, how do you want me to write that? Cause if you tell me how to write it, I'll write it correctly.
Well,
So
I'm
it's
just thinking,
5,500 for each common council member, and then the 6,000 is for the president.
do you have the salaries for, as opposed to just chairs, members?
For that one I do, cause I know that
Right.
one's right, cause I asked the
Right.
president of the
But-
board.
It looks like you're missing it for Oshkosh, Nakai, Black Wolf, Algoma, and Boyden.
Right.
So I would just say you'd want to find that out.
Wait, I thought this was, yeah, so I'll fix that. No, I will get that fixed. I believe the Village of Fox Crossing, is that 9? I think that's correct, 9,000 for each member and then 13,000 for the chair.
Okay. Who came up with that number? Supervisor Sestero or Supervisor Harberger?
Shannon, did you come up with that number?
I would have to reference my email. My email was as accurate, or I mean, as detailed as possible, and it would say that. Do you want me to, I could pull my email up just to,
I have it.
because
So you got that. Again,
You have a,
yeah, which one were you looking for?
Fox Crossing?
Okay. Fox Crossing, you had chairman's salary of $13,100.
Okay, and that's as much as I provided. I wasn't very helpful on the supervisors, but I'm happy to help after, if I get some direction on finding the Poigan and so on.
You did have a footnote, supervisors or trustees, when they called them, they get $9,000.
Yeah, they're called trustees there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's the Village of Fox Crossing.
That's what
Yeah.
this email says, yes.
So I put 9,000, a trustee.
Yeah.
Trustee on the new trustee, and then
1310 for the chair.
13 for the chair.
But Oshkosh, that should price, I don't know what that number is, but it's not city of Oshkosh, it may be town.
I did City of Oshkosh 5,000 a year.
First, okay, you already got that in
I
there?
fixed it.
Okay.
City of Neenah was correct. Village of
Well,
Fox
the information that
Crossing.
I gave to the clerk's office, gave what the mayor gets and what everybody else gets.
Mhm.
And it was a little bit less, and I got that directly from the deputy mayor, she called me back when I left a message.
So you would want to put that in there,
Since I had
City of
to,
Oshkosh. So you have the 5,000.
Yeah.
I got it already.
Yeah.
Older. They call them aldermans at City of Osh, or City of Neenah.
Yes.
Know what they call them other places. Is that what they call them at City of Oshkosh? They call them aldermen?
City of Nashua, New Hampshire calls them aldermen.
What?
she always goes to New Hampshire when she can.
Oh, did you go to New Hampshire again? The City of Osh, are they aldermen? I'm gonna put it in
I
here.
don't know.
We'll have to find that out.
She only goes to New Hampshire.
The only miss.
Oh, that's great. But we could, wait, Corey's gonna look, or Macrina's gonna look, let's see. City of Oshkosh. Board. Individual board. What's big for? What is that big for? Big, oh, big for.
We're gonna need help probably from all members is to get some more numbers.
Yeah.
Because make this graph a lot bigger
Yeah.
before we send it on. Maybe, like a Menasha number. Who else are we,
Let's don't call it graph, that sounds, it's graph.
Oshkosh
call it
is their
graph.
board member. They're board members?
They're board of what? Like council board, common board?
The board member. Board member, that's what I did. So, and we need Clayton, Vinland,
Why don't we get the list out?
yeah,
Everybody. We're gonna list out what we
Clayton,
need,
Vinland.
specifically with what you need.
I'm just
You
trying
got
to
a
think,
great letter.
who am I forgetting? You know. Wait, is,
Connie.
We have a whole list on it. You have that list.
what,
Sure.
That
I have-
meeting.
Did you know? No, it's
That's all of them, they don't-
not there. That's a list.
Most of them.
you know, Amro's common council, or are they trustees? Do you know how much you pay?
Right.
Where is the list of all this?
I
don't
have a
know
list
that.
somewhere,
Okay,
and it's not in here.
is that it right there? No. There's so many
List.
emails on it once. Okay.
Probably get Rushford from the town, you must be one of the chairman.
I got like, you know.
He's the chairman of the town of Rushford.
Oh, I.
I'm sure he.
Oh, yeah.
Quite gonna do Martin Johnson.
Well, you're gonna have that for 8,000.
Let's do some work on this in there.
Okay, yep, that one needs more work, and then we'll send out an email for getting more of those numbers and adding on to what, Shauna's already completed, because she rocked on that.
What does it mean under Winchester for the per diem, like the counties, but they do not claim it? What does that mean?
That means that they just, do not, they elect not to be reimbursed.
For what?
So they make the same $50 for half a day and $75 for a full day, but the clerk said that they do not elect to get paid. They don't claim it.
Like none of them? There must not be very many of them. Oh, there's
No.
27.
Well, there's how many meetings a year they have.
Oh,
That's just what the clerk told me. And that Oshkosh number for the chair, again, my email was, only for the chairs, unfortunately, but that was for the town of Oshkosh. As I look back at that email, that was the township, 14,000. By the way,
Not the city.
I knew
Yeah.
it was,
Okay,
town of Oshkosh, and that was 14,000,
for the chair.
14,000 for the chair.
yeah, just so you know.
Actually, the numbers I gave you, Betsy, I just got those this morning. He makes 13,000 and the two supervisors make 11. I just wrote it on the back for you.
oh.
I just pulled it out this morning.
Okay.
That's what they make.
And supervisors make 11,383. What do they call themselves?
All supervisors.
Supervisors?
They have two.
Only 48 meetings, it's like. Is that right? Is it more a month?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
I didn't think so either.
On their thing, they have a board meeting once a month and they have special meetings.
Yeah.
I got that in there. Thank you.
Okay, we have a lot of work to do on this. We'll get that to you.
And I think that's a very important one.
Yeah.
now,
this
done.
is- yeah. We just don't have turn.
So you will send an email out. When you get whatever,
Yeah.
and then if you can get numbers.
Yeah.
Back, we'll send who we need,
And what we
additional
need,
information, what we need, and then we'll just split it. Is everybody okay with doing just a one or two?
Yep.
Just send us the ones you want us to get.
Okay.
Thanks, Donna.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we're up to E.
You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
And then you want this after, so the stuff with Algoma, all hard, and then they phone. And all their process.
Okay, all right, we're on to E. Legal issues, it's really not legal issues, that was an old title on that, so scratch that
I
out,
crossed that out. What you told me right is current and future compensation.
yes.
Okay.
That's a placeholder for that right now.
Okay, that's just pretty over time. Okay.
Yeah, so. So. The existing, I have the existing, and then maybe that's not a good word for it. But around the time frame, I figured that. Existing compensation rates for Winnebago County, the county board chair is 5,000. Yes, okay. Vice chair is 1,500. Supervisors are per diem, which is 50 for a meeting and 75 for full day. Do I want to put in, I had the word average there. We want to put the average from the budget in there.
Okay, what do you mean by average? Because that's
What-
what it is.
What the total amount that the county spent for our per diems. And I think it's just ours, it's not the citizens.
Well, citizens, some citizens get paid.
Yeah, I know, but is it in that number though? They have a separate line item in the budget, I think.
Could be, I don't, I'm scared.
So you wanna put
So
that,
take, this last number down right here, this one, let's see the full year right there. The average is 2834, but there's two people that didn't make one. Period of time. So instead of doing a 36, it'd be for 34 divide 34 into 20 or into 102,500.
no, will we need to put that on there if I put that on that one section?
I wouldn't put down a number based on the fact that two people didn't take a salary, because that could change tomorrow.
Okay,
They could,
absolutely,
you
yeah.
know, I would leave that out. If they're not, if they're not taking,
Okay.
we're budgeting for it, and if they don't take it, that's
Yeah.
only, but you can put in 34 instead of 36, and suddenly,
Yeah,
in a month and a half, somebody puts in for their pay. I wouldn't mess with that.
that's a good
So
point.
take out the word average.
Yeah,
Yes.
put something else in there.
I think that's-
22, 23.
Yeah.
For reference. That's good.
I'm confused on what you want me to do on this.
Right, we'll get pull the word average out.
I did.
I just want to put a note in there.
We're at the top where we say existing compensation rates for Winnebago County, and then at that, you would put 2022, 2020 to 2023, or for the 2-year cycle, 20.
We don't have those numbers for the 2-year cycle, we just have them for the year.
But they don't change in a year.
No, they do.
We change it midstream.
Well, the
The
budgets and stuff.
budgets do.
But
Could you,
But not the pay.
Not the pay.
They're not the pay. So do 20,
24 to 26, right?
Well,
no, it'd be past.
Pass.
So 21 to
22 to 24.
22 to 24?
Yeah. with a
Yes.
Little white book.
Yeah.
Average again or something.
So 20 to 24 or do,
Yes, because it doesn't change. Nothing's gonna change in 23.
so that's existing for 22, 24.
Right.
Okay.
So the supervisor, which is what then, 27.
And then is this, and then go down here and then do you want me to put,
I still want 20, I'd say 20, to 2024. not
Okay.
just-
All right.
24.
and do you want for proposed, so the proposed
Would begin April of 24, beginning April 24. 2024.
April
2024.
2024.
April 2024.
And then to 2026.
after you talked about the average, you took that out.
Yeah.
I mean, could you make a footnote and all that you refer to our exhibit that tells you what the county has been since 2013 to now?
That works.
Instead, let them look it up, and see, don't put it right there, but
Appendix B.
there's appendix that tells you all about that, rather than have it all in there,
I'll
That's
do-
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can refer to it if you want to see.
Yeah,
what
that's
our
why
budget's
it's right here.
So it's right there.
So where do I put well, that's appendix E. Do we do, refer to appendix B from appendix E?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where do I put that? Where should I put that in there?
After you put the committee chair, I'll be moving that up, right?
Okay,
And then underneath there, a footnote or something, if someone wants to know, well, what are we spending now? Well,
Yeah.
look at, we got it in our documents.
so I'm gonna do a asterisk.
Mhm. That's a good idea.
That asterisk, where is my asterisk? Do I have this screen?
Is it like by 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, thank you.
GC.
And then do appendix. What did I say, B?
And the budget, yes.
That's what it's gonna get there. Because the information's right there.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What's it costing us now? Well, it's right there.
Well, 28, 34.
That's what you gotta have to see, get all the information right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. So the
I got it.
supervisor, in the existing compensation, the supervisor, yeah, it is the per diem, but they would be 28, 34. Is the average.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So
that's
so
all
we
in
can put a number in there. They wanna say, no, it was back in 2015.
It's right there.
No,
there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the rest of it?
The rest of that page?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, it looks odd to me, maybe it makes sense to others, that why you would make the range from the highest to the lowest. It's normally you see a range from $4,000 to $33,000 rather than 33,000 down.
Oh, I can switch that,
Yeah, just rearrange those three
Just
numbers,
yeah.
those three
Good point.
columns or lines.
Yeah.
It just looks odd to me.
Mhm.
One other suggestion. You can reverse those two.
Exactly.
Reverse. First, you tell what we have now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then you tell what the averages are in the counties.
Yeah.
And then down the ways, this is what we're proposing.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
kind of buried in the middle here now.
Mhm.
So, you know, you might all overlook that and then you look at something else and you come back, but this
Okay.
way, here's what we have.
So existing, then salary, and then put the proposal.
Then prepare what we're proposing, so
I think that makes sense.
it looks different.
So where do you say the proposal goes? At the
It should be at the bottom section.
Yeah, so you have the existing
I
comp,
switch
the
it.
salary
Good
comparisons.
point.
Wait a second, let me switch these
Yeah.
around real quick, and then you can tell me how to.
Overload. Let's not overlook the typist here. The data entry.
Where's my underscore? The underscore is not working. Nope. Our computers are different, that's
Yeah.
why. Wait a second, I'm almost there. 400, okay, get rid of that. There. Oh, and I'll clean this up a little bit better.
Okay, what Ralph said was to, after existing, capture the proposal and put it at the bottom instead of as a second option. So existing comp, and then go to salary comparisons,
Mhm.
and then capture that proposal by the ad hoc to the bottom.
Yeah, good point.
Good call, Ralph.
If you just, you know, skip the line, so it's not, it was a comparison on top, now this is what we're trying to
Mhm.
propose. It kind of gets blended into the.
Sure, that's good.
And then, like you said, that would be, you know, where you talked about the range, like you said, 46.75 to
Yeah,
33.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, right.
It looks like, you know, we could negotiate it down.
Yeah, right.
Is there a way I can like put that on there? I can. If you can't, I'll just show it to them. This is what you need anyway.
Yeah.
So I took that out.
You switch those.
Yep, I switched those.
And yeah, no, yeah, that's our speech space, right? Just so it's not part of that, it's our separate.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it in big letters, green, great.
I love it.
Positive green.
So
Yeah.
Don't do it in red, though. Good. Right, I tell you that in school.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll do that.
Sign anything in red.
I could make it slightly bigger.
Right,
I can make it more highlighted if you want. I'm still figuring out why the space, why your spaces look different than mine.
Oh.
See here, I can't get mine to solid,
It's
so.
Apple. It's an Apple space.
I know, it's driving me crazy. I might have to fix that with them. They just don't go together.
What is Winnebago County's population?
171 or something ish.
Yeah.
And this one's a too. Okay.
And what is, okay, we on to the next thing, is the ordinance and the resolutions.
So that I will be putting in, do I have a copy? Can I get an email of that? Mary Ann? Can you send me a email of the two things that were copied and given to us? I'll do that right now. That would be awesome, and then I could just slide it right into this document.
Which,
Oh,
just, you want to take that number line and number one off.
can I ask you to send it to, never mind, send it to this one, that'll make it easier? Oh, because my Google Docs works much better on my laptop,
Yeah.
which I do not have my email on this, but I'll just forward it to myself. That's better too,
Better.
anyway.
We want to take this off the top of it. That XXX.
Whatever you want me to do.
Can you take, Tori, can you take the XXX off the top? Before you send it to us?
I just sent it to Betsy.
You're to Betsy, take the XXX off the top.
Yeah, we just don't know what number it's.
Well, it's not, this is just a proposal. I don't want it to be,
Oh, I see
looks
what
like
you're
it
saying.
comes from the passport.
And it's not even 6 point, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else. Just take it off. So that first thing people see is once an order,
Right.
once a resolution.
That's a good,
Well, yeah, then resend it to me, cause I can't make that adjustment on mine.
That's fine.
Good, I appreciate it.
And do they always use resolution or do they always use writing? And get your corrections? Is this what we're given right here?
That's the additions, yes.
Yeah, but that'll be all black.
I don't know, I think,
Because it's not official,
yeah,
Okay, but you know, I mean, a lot of times,
because many times we were quoting something there and we were just,
but in school, and every time they stay away from red, they always say red.
Red is
Oh, I know.
bad.
Red pencil, but any.
not red, red.
Red, well, red has.
She just said, people said, red is bad. She said it.
I said redheads are not bad. Red is bad, not red.
Okay, second email with the subject line saying use these, that's the one you want to use.
Gotcha.
use these, yeah.
Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
you know, when you got the average, how did you get the average? Because a lot of the, they're all salary plus per diem. You know,
I
like,
didn't include the word per diem at all. I just used
That
it with
lower-
the salary.
yeah, that lowers the average way down.
That would, it
You know,
would,
because it looks like the average salary for supervisor is, you know, basically you got $4,191. But the ones that are getting 2,100 also get a $70 per diem per day and 35 for a half.
yeah,
So that's actually throwing that figure
Yeah.
way off, and it makes it look like we're asking for 6,000.
Mhm.
And the average supervisor is getting, you know, 4,100. Why are we worth $1,900 more?
Yeah.
Somehow you either have to just add in the ones that are getting a strict salary like we're gonna get. And divide them up, because they're all basically higher than we're at.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the strictly that are getting a salary, you know, they're like 8,000, 6,500, 8,400, 5,800, 7,000. You know,
Yeah.
but when you add the per diem in, they're lower, they're 1,500, 3,000. You know,
yeah.
so I think we have to basically,
That's a good point. I don't know how you would document something like that. So,
Oh, are you doing comparison of like counties compensation?
yes,
yeah, you
well, they
know,
have salary, but they also get a per diem too.
Right,
But how
but we
do you-
didn't add nothing in there for the per
Yeah.
diem. So like, when they're only getting a $1,500 salary, they're also getting a per diem.
so how about me adding a plus sign? If they're getting more? How's
We're
that
just
at
trying to
the
get the
end of
average.
each salary?
We're just trying to get
But,
the
you know,
average for right now.
Yeah, but it would be nearly impossible just because you don't know how many meetings they are, and so,
Right, you
so
know,
what about the salary, and if it does have a per diem, I'll set a plus.
Can you just write base salary and in parentheses, they also receive per diem?
Oh, yeah, but how do we advertise, how do we
But
figure
the
out the
average
number?
would be the base salary, because you know.
Oh,
that for
that's
sure.
just,
So how about where the word salary, just put base salary, that's it, and then not, okay.
but their compensation is actually based plus per diem.
right.
Can we establish a number, a guesstimate?
Well, you think you're at least 12 county board meeting. You know, I mean,
I'm gonna put a plus sign
Yeah, you
on
might
the
get-
ones that have per
Yeah.
diem.
pretty, Boyd gets $2,100, $70 for a full day and 35 for a half.
Well, we can figure it out though. We know how many meetings they have.
Well, then it'd be who goes to the meetings, do it, I treat it with the base salary, and then I added a plus.
Yeah, just so that they
So they
know.
know, so anybody who gets, you know. Extra. That work?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so like when, they're gonna ask, like on this average sheet where we have, they're gonna say the average supervisor, you know, basically gets the range and then it's 41. Well, we wanna get our range, you know, we're asking for 6,000.
Oh, you're talking about the other page, okay.
We're not showing all the per diems that.
Yeah.
They're dragging the money down lower because they're,
Right.
Per diem.
you know,
So you
you
want to
take,
go down here and then do, oh wait,
I wanna get a more exact number on that number there.
this one?
The average supervisor.
So I think the word salary, and what salary is 4191, or no, for the.
That would be,
How many meetings they have.
yeah, you know, or also just take like, you know, if you look at the ones that, like this one doesn't get paid per diem, they're getting 7,800. This one's getting 6,800, but this draws the way down, they're getting $2,100, but they're getting $70.
So base salary
plus per diem,
But this one is not plus per diem.
well, well, it is, because we're averaging these in here. We're taking the average of
Oh,
all
I
these,
think that was in there. I didn't think that was in there.
No, it's not in the average.
No.
It was just the salary part.
This
well,
is
that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that
With
was
the compensation, no,
Right.
there's different.
That's why-
salary.
that's why it's so much. more.
Salary.
Yeah.
And then not, no, no
Per diem,
additional per being in. Because it varies, because it varies.
Like this county here with the 70-35 component we get, and our average is, what do you say, 2,900?
Yeah.
So you'd have to add 2,900 to the 21,
Right,
See,
and that would change it 5,000.
yeah, right.
And I just, that's what's drawing her. Yeah, I mean, that would,
Love that.
that we don't have to be figured in.
Perfect, I love that. Okay, this is what we wrote.
Otherwise, if
That's
you look
hard
at
for me to get up
that.
and down. I'll show you in just a second too. I just added base salary because it. Base salary, no additional
Yeah.
per diem because it varies, and then up here. Let me find it. I said base salary and then I added a
Oh,
plus.
plus sign, yes, okay, that's good, yeah.
I'm coming to you.
So it is 4191, but
Yeah.
there is, we've documented that there's,
There.
and put in a per diem.
Right,
Yeah.
the one that at 1,500,
Yeah.
per diem, they're actually 5,000.
Right.
Yeah,
If they got the same amount of meetings that we have.
yeah, but the same amount, and ours is probably 28.
Right,
Well,
and I just wanted to, so that they understood that,
Yeah.
we're not asking. for $19
Yeah,
A lot of these are lower salary,
Yeah.
it's higher per diem.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm not gonna-
here. And I put
Them
in
just help them.
Yeah.
base salary, and then if they got more, I did a plus.
Okay.
I'm make it as visual that I can.
Yeah.
and Channel still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, remember that.
Okay, thank you.
No, mission.
Okay, where are we?
We talked about these. resolutions,
Oh,
put those
The
in.
the ordinance, yeah, and, yeah, those will be attached to this document. And they're being sent to.
Oh,
That's,
and we also need to talk about, because what you guys don't have a copy of, because I didn't want it, because it'd be 10 extra pages. When we were doing this, is I have attached all the, like, 3.5 and all that stuff on here, all the code and all that stuff that this references. So, do I do?
You're talking about the current code,
yeah,
the current rule,
yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
so you can put it ahead of it, just, current. At the
Well,
top.
our question is, do we want to include it in the report? That's gonna change the report from a 10-page probably to a 20-page report. When they actually have the same, they can get the same information.
So after, ignore all this stuff that's not correct. So this is what I just did too, by the way. I did Natrick base salary and original per diem because it varies per county.
Okay,
So then. Page 10, and then down below, I have to clean it up.
Yeah.
I have all the different stuff in there.
I can tell you and this is not, when I go to court, I want to make it as easy as I can for the judge who is looking at the material. So but again, that's just me, I want to include everything, so they don't have to go and say, where is it? It's right in front of you.
And I can also.
I know it's gonna be more pages, but you can print both sides. And maybe maybe they can just use it, on the laptop, but I like having everything because you wanna make it easy for the person who's deciding this, so they can see it.
I agree with you, but JPS is pretty good group there when it comes to the rules and regulations, so.
I just
And
like-
this is a document that is going to JPS,
Did you just
and
attach
it won't be going.
The agenda, like where you.
I have
the
all
agenda.
That's all this is the layers in here. Like when you're looking at this for different.
I think we
did
did
and
have
for I, that's all of them.
Is that-
I think it would be better to attach it to.
Okay, all right.
It's just my thought.
We can do it, yeah.
Is everything,
let's do it. Let's do it.
Because everything we send the JPS is what's gonna be gone, the resolution when
We don't know, right? We don't know. We have no
If they
idea.
accept it the way it is.
If they accept it the way it is, yeah.
So,
But it may not be going to all the documents we have will be attached to the resolution.
No, but if you're giving them a report
Yeah,
and your proposed draft of the resolution and the ordinance is included, I would assume you'd want to include the current,
mhm,
the current code, which is 1.12
Yeah.
and 3.05.
Yeah.
And then the rules, which are quick, those are just what, 20.0?
Yeah.
And 5.5, which is one line, which talks about compensation for the chair and vice chair. I mean, given all the information you're providing, I think adding that is not gonna be a detriment. I mean,
okay,
It'll only be good.
that's good.
I think it helps because a lot of times we had those meetings, talked about stuff. They kept on saying, you guys gotta do more research, you gotta be doing more looking, you gotta, but we did, find some more, it's all here in the file. So if you do that, otherwise that's a loophole for someone to say, well, now you didn't check this and this and this, well, yes, you did, it's all right here. So then it's kind of like that.
22
Moot
pages
point on-
full of that stuff, so.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it in there and more the merrier.
It's going in there too.
Oh, yes, both of
Pass
them.
the resolution that we got.
Oh, the bathroom.
Get to get rid of points.
Do you think that that's a good question? Should I put the past self-organizing resolution in there because we are asking for, and we probably should because we're asking for an amendment to this ordinance, right? That's what this is.
That's the whole process.
This-
all we got.
Well, aren't you just putting that in there when you were just talking about, it's not the current rules and your.
This is because it's new, yeah, so,
Yeah,
and it's correct.
With the
I'll
rules,
put it in with that.
good point.
yeah,
All
well,
we got this.
Well, if you're putting like all the 20.0 and 5, putting all that in there, that would be in there, right? Is that what we're changing?
Is that been adjusted in the documents that they sent to us?
Oh,
The 5.5,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where, I don't know where that went. to.
yeah, but we didn't say this is what it was
59.
and this is what it's gonna be. I think what we did is we said we're deleting 20.0 and replacing it with this. So you don't have, that's why I'm thinking you should include the current 20.0.
She's asking if they should include the resolution.
No, this is the 0.00. Is that in there in the general code? Yeah.
What is 0.0?
the self-organizing.
Oh, that was true.
Is that in the documents that were sent to us? 0.0, I don't think it is.
No, it isn't.
So then we do have to put this in.
Yeah, yeah.
Invoking to become self-organized, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
That's what you just showed. Because
But
that's
it's
what,
0.0.
where you got permission.
That's how we got it here.
Highlighted, that's why I thought it was something different than mine, okay? He highlighted his and I didn't have.
0.0 is not in this yet.
Right.
So,
So yeah, definitely, I'll put this in there too. But everything about my
Okay,
laundry is.
we good here for this for right now. This is the question I want to have for you. What is our obligation here? Should we have another meeting for a consensus with a final report?
Given all of the discussion that has gone on today, I think you need to reduce it to your report and have all of the task force members look at it
Okay,
and then make a
Okay.
decision, yay or nay.
okay, good.
Just for clarity,
Thank you.
because there was a lot that was going on today.
And I'm the one over here doing the corrections, and I want everybody to see my corrections, to make sure that I hit everything.
Did Supervisor Powers leave? I just.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had, she had to leave.
You have a form now?
Yeah, she's-
Shut up. Oh,
she's
okay.
not here. Yeah.
Okay. Done on this?
We have a phone back here to stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we have shown.
Right, and if he wasn't here, then we had,
That's
yeah.
So we can go through number 6 is done. This one's 7, additional meetings, we just talked about that. It's done. Discuss vote, we have nothing that we can vote on at this time. And the vote is going to be, do we have consensus? That would be at next meeting. So, can I their schedules.
Can I throw one more thing there?
Yes.
We have our meeting to talk about all this, that's great, okay, but I think, we got all the data, we got all the information, I think that really the big point that we can't miss is that what objections are gonna come from the board? What way can we know that we're gonna have to face, because you don't wanna, put all this information out there and be sitting out there and then something comes up that we weren't planning on, we're talking about, and then always like, but then be prepared, like I said, do we have all the information? Yes, we do, because we did all. Because you have to have right answers coming back, if we haven't, we know it, because anytime you take a slip on there, or you don't have something, or you're not organized to it. That's kind of where it gets dragged, well, okay, now we, because I think we should be prepared to talk a little bit about in the next meeting.
Absolutely, yes.
What could come up, what could be the
Yeah.
issue, so we kind of just all about how we're gonna combat it.
Yeah.
You don't wanna be sitting there, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't wanna just be sitting there.
And we're in the bubble, cause we're all here and we're agreeing on it,
Yeah.
we've got that group think thing going on, so it's like. I can ask Tom over here, who hasn't been to all of these, been to a lot of them. What objections would you see right off the bat, So, you know what I mean, and that's a. Not the control spot, but,
I don't see any on this one.
No.
The other one, there might be some, but this one, I don't see.
Okay, I'm with you.
But I won't say that they're gonna go for it, but
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
no, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the one objection that they're gonna have, and it's gonna be the overall budget that it's gonna encompass, and I know that's gonna be the
Yes.
biggest objection, and oh my gosh, that's 100,000 more, basically.
Let's not advertise it.
Well, it's there, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
right here,
Yeah.
we're being very transparent with.
And you're,
Right, and that's gonna be, I mean, that's really gonna be,
and you're being transparent, because it's not for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the,
Yeah.
it's the new people, it's the same people, so it's not like we're sitting here saying, okay, we gotta get raises,
Yeah.
we did this also, we get it, no,
Right.
it's nothing to do with us, right?
no,
It's
it's,
a new group, wherever you decide to go in.
I think that's an important point to emphasize, even
It
though
is,
they should know that, but I think that is a really.
yeah.
And the other thing that I think is important, because as a supervisor coming in this year, I don't mean to be talking about.
That's okay, no,
But
that's good.
it's important because when I took the job, I had no idea.
I didn't.
Had no idea I had money. I think I just found out about the mileage. I never took mileage. I didn't know you could, so.
Mm.
But I think now when you put a dollar sign or a salary for the job,
Mhm.
you might have more people want to run or be more interested.
Oh, yeah.
Because per diem is really kind of hard to figure out,
Mhm.
50 here, and how many times did they say when we first went in, you're not in it for the money, obviously, I always look at your pay, I think that lawyer said that when first came in. I looked, you're not in for the pay, obviously, because you're not, but it's a turn of the future, we're doing it for the people that are coming up.
Yes.
Our young people, our relatives it has nothing to do with us, so it's not trying to do that, and I think it's important because we're trying to look at the future, look for things to come, opportunities. People get involved in government, not trying to get us knocked out, but more people should get involved in what's going on.
Absolutely.
And this puts a dollar figure, more idea on it. And for me, it makes it a little easier to understand, a little bit, because. And it wasn't, I think Julie and I, we talked one time, it happened so fast, there were so many of us, they couldn't cover everything real fast. And it took a year, and it takes 2 years to learn this job, and I still haven't learned it yet. So, and you've been doing it for how long, But I mean, I think there's a lot of plus on this, and that's why it's kind of important that we.
well, and I put that in the summary a little, I touched at that, what you're just saying, so I'm wondering if I could beat that part up in the summary also. I put in here, this is a very important piece, because like any position that is worth filling, we need to be somewhat competitive and worth it for the candidates who want to run and work for the future of our county. It's very wordy, I mean, if you guys can figure out a different way to put it, that's awesome, but, I'm just trying to think, and then I put in here about being an antiquated, system, because I used what you said, I don't know if you noticed that, but in some cases, new supervisors did not collect the per diem because of the lack of knowledge and training of our antiquated system. I mean, it's an antiquated system, it is. Several outliers like this in the pay come from our process to make it more consistent and fair. I was trying to hit on to what you were putting, because you've said that before in the past. So I got both the supervisor and the overburdened clerk's office. Did you read that? A salary structure is the clear choice. That was me who wrote that, but I mean, I mean, you do, it's an overburden, it's 9 hours, you know, it's, so that's why I put that in there, so if maybe if I could beef it up more with how you put it, I don't know, I could.
It just, for me, when it was a per diem, it seemed like I get paid to go to the meeting, but that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can't just go to the meeting. You go to the meeting, you gotta go to GPS to find out what they're doing because it's coming to you. You have to go on these tours to find out what's going on, because you have no idea.
Yeah.
And to me,
Exactly.
when everything comes to the county board, it's put in front of you. Okay, but I don't have the background, I don't know anything. And if it wasn't for, like a tour, for going to another meeting, which is not my responsibility, another, then you get knowledge. But with a salary, you kind of feel obligated to try to find as much you
Oh,
can.
absolutely.
With a per diem, it's like, I just got the meeting and I'm done, but it's not, it's not at all.
Yeah.
Because,
It's a mentality.
and that's where
Mindset.
you have to get that in there, but you find out that it's more than a $50 for a couple hours. And it's more than.
You need to say that in the
Yeah.
meeting, and with yours,
Yeah.
between the two of you saying that, I think it really expresses a lot of what we actually do. My husband's a pilot, he doesn't just fly an airplane. He has to schedule and have all the prep work done before he even steps in the car to go to work, it's hours before that, and that's we may not be this has been hours, but generally, it takes me just a few hours maybe to look through stuff and do the research I need. That, that's part of our job. And I think that is one of the things that we need to express, so you two rock on both of those.
Yeah.
I think you would be excellent speakers in the meeting.
Speaking of that, I'm thinking the 26th, just pencil this in, 26th is next Monday. You good over there? You guys good?
They have to be in by.
It has to be in by,
That's by what time on the 26th?
well, it has to get to my office. Soon by,
You can't do it.
well, can I do
Please don't say 8 in the morning.
Uh, it should be in by noon, on the 26th, because it should be going out, Kathy, it goes out a week before.
Right. For JPS,
For
everything,
JPS.
yeah, so I'll be mailing everything out for JPS on July 3rd. So,
Which is Monday, and
which
so
is
then a week
Monday,
before would be
Which
the
is-
26th.
right,
When do you mail it out on the 3rd? Close of
By-
business or noon by?
well.
Mail
mail
time
pickup is-
1:30,
Right,
2:00.
So,
but I would need a couple hours just to make sure everything's properly ready.
so you really need it by what, by 11
I would need it by, I would say no later than 11:30.
on
what day?
Monday, the
26th.
26th?
26th.
Okay, I can go early, everybody else.
I can, Jim. Early?
Yeah.
Early?
Yeah, I get back on the 25th, but I can be here when.
Sean, you still there?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I fly out at 8 a.m. for Canada on Monday.
Monday, the
So I-
26th?
Yeah,
Okay. How about the Friday?
I will be gone until July 19th, unfortunately.
From when to when?
From
On Friday?
oh, are you talking about this Friday?
Yeah, this Friday?
No, I'm in Virginia right now, and I'll be back in Oshkosh this Saturday and Sunday only.
Oh, you're the traveler.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry.
Could we do it?
Could you call in
Yeah.
at 9 a.m. on a Monday, or you'll be flying?
I'll be flying in a plane.
How about 10 o'clock? When do you land? Well, I mean, we'll probably have Cody. Yeah, we just need a quorum. We may have to push you out on this one. Do you mind? I'll
Yeah,
send
no,
it to you
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry,
What day are you looking at?
26th, Monday?
Okay, so that's, at what time?
Well,
That's when I would need all the documentation to.
By the 26th?
Yeah,
Morning?
Yeah.
What time?
well, you have that whole week though to work on. I don't mail out to the 3rd of July.
Okay,
So your deadline, the deadline for.
so we could do it. So I have meetings on the 26th at 10. that's gonna go till probably 12. Then I have
Do the
at
23rd.
1 o'clock. That I have to, there's no way, so we could do it early. On the morning of the 26th, if you wanna do it at 9 in the morning.
What's that?
What about the 23rd?
Oh, the what time? Oh, sorry. I do
That
23rd, right?
Friday.
Yeah, right.
We could do any time on the 23rd.
23rd is okay.
23rd starting to look real good, guys. Ready?
I can do 23rd.
Okay, pick a time. Who wants to pick a time?
Afternoon would work better for us.
Okay,
We're, yeah,
Pick a
we're
time.
short staffed. Anytime after, I mean, we could start at 1 o'clock and after.
1 p.m. it is.
1 p.m. on 23rd?
Does that give you enough time? Because you don't work on weekends, you got.
No, but, our part-timer comes in the afternoon, so we can have at least 2 people there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will, and I'll be able to participate at 1 p.m. on, I know obviously I can't vote, but I can listen in.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Hey, that
Great.
works out better.
Yep,
Miss- Okay.
yep.
And that gives us 24 hours to post the meeting. Or 48 hours. How many we need?
Well,
When do you need?
so there's 2 deadlines for JPS. Mary Ann's deadline is the 26th, so that way she's got a week to work on any resolutions or ordinances. Then I mail it out on July 3rd, so I'll probably have everything prepped and ready by that Friday.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
So,
is this
You
going to
might
be?
have prepped it ready by June 30th.
possibly. So I may try that route because of the holiday.
1 o'clock.
But the deadline is really July 3rd. Are you working on July 3rd?
I am.
But that's good because that gives you guys more time with what we're doing.
But,
And that's pretty much,
but the other issue is not that this is very important work, but we've got all these other departments and all these other emergencies that crop up. So while ideally it looks great, you have a whole week, it is amazing the time suck that can happen.
Yeah.
But yes, a week is good.
that gives you a little extra, a weekend and half a day. Better than nothing.
Question for anybody who knows anything about JPS. Is this, if we have it ready on the 23rd, and you mail it out and everything else, is it going to go on the calendar for the 10th?
Well, the chairman decides that.
Yeah, okay.
But my understanding, they want to get moving.
Do they? Okay.
Maybe I misunderstand.
No, I don't. Yeah.
He wants to get moving on
Yes,
this,
that's right.
and he's gonna, I think he's looked at this and the committee restructure. Those are the 2 things he wants
Okay.
on there.
All right, so the 10th,
I can't
the 10th
speak for
at 6 p.m., just an FYI,
No.
6 p.m. JPS, as many of us could be there,
I'll be
would be
there.
important. Because I'm guessing he's gonna want a presentation, a small presentation,
Yeah, it'd be-
and have questions. So
And that was on what did you?
that is the
It's 6.
10th at 6 p.m. at the sheriff's office.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
That chairman,
I'll be on the phone
the
report.
chairman's good for doing this. Because there's something to talk about, right?
Because they can't get it right, yeah. They can't get it onto the, yeah.
And the chairman's all about good for this, right? Because there's some chairman that won't put it on there. I heard,
This is some peanut.
it's not, okay, some, I never know, there's somebody won't let you put it on, they decide not to, so.
Okay, so we're gonna try and meet. Shauna, are you gonna be around on the 10th?
What time is that?
I'm gonna see if I can zoom in from Canada. I will do my best.
Okay, all right, that'll be good. So. Okay, anything else? Am I missing anything?
I just had one question.
Miss the cookies.
Oh, could I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
It sounds like we still need to get the trustees / supervisors, from the townships, correct? Their
Yes.
information?
Municipalities, yes.
Okay, so should I just wait for an email as to what I should be assigned or?
Yes, and that's this, yeah, I'll put it out. Let's see, I'll put something out, to each of you on that to, make some phone calls. And then with a list of what it is specifically that we're gonna ask on that.
And we'll
Okay.
have it today, no later.
Yeah.
because it needs to be
Yeah,
done.
today. We'll get it
Okay,
out.
yeah, just let me know what I
You
should
do it.
do and I'll do it.
Let's know, we'll put
Yeah,
some,
and
one of
if
us will
you're-
do it. so.
And if you're on vacation and you're busy,
Yeah.
Donna, there's not that many,
Yeah.
so don't. I don't know.
I'm
what
happy.
you-
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
happy to help. I'll just wait for any kind of email. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Shauna.
Yep.
Anything else? Want to call us real quick? Please,
I'd like to move to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys. One more.
Thank
One more than
you.